Gross. Let's play D&D.
Go hug your parents.
What if your parents are nerds?
Mine are. That's how I play D&D.
They need it. Yeah. All right. So let's get into the episode. Where did we leave things last time? So, our players, having taken said glorious charmed pie towards the hospital, charmed their way inside the hospital by convincing the tavern to let them deliver the Meals on Wheels, and actually having delivered a whole lot of food to a whole lot of hospital people, making themselves quite useful, they found themselves in the nurse's lounge where they were told to visualize a door. Eventually they did. There was a little bit of mistrust, I think, there. But they pulled through and then they stepped through, where they met Nurse Nahi, a poor head nurse who was pulling out her hair, trying to figure out what is wrong with her hospital and why things aren't working the way that they did several hundred years ago. Things have gone downhill a lot for Nurse Nahi since she's sort of taken over, and she is desperately trying to fix it. She actually told you after she saw your names flash up on her nameplate, which usually displays like history, and if somebody's there for a complaint, it'll display why and all of those kind of things. But all it said next to your names was Earth in capital letters, bright green, and she looked to you as if you could fix her problem and promptly spilled her guts about the issues that she was having. It turns out she has tried to fix this earth stone herself, and she sent it off in the capable hands of someone she trusted, Abbott Peak, where one of our characters fainted several times. Had recording issues, which we said were fainting.
It was too much lore. My laptop couldn't deal.
Yeah.
Too much RAM.
And, and had the sudden realization that he has a connection to this. And that's sort of where we left things last time. So where do we find our players today? So where are we?
I feel we would have gone back to the tavern to regroup. We've delivered some food, paid off a bit of our tab, which who knows how much gold it is at this point, but we've tried to chip away at that, like when you have to pay off a student loan by working. And I think we're talking about our next steps. We've got a lot to kind of process. So what do you guys reckon? Are we around a table?
Yeah, I reckon we make Granny makes a hearty meal for everyone, and obviously keeps complaining that Hamlet is not there when we need him.
Oh, yummo.
We gather.
I walk up to the table. I've been here the whole time, guys. Yum, yum,
Welcome back, my musical friend.
What do you mean?
Well, you were playing a gig last episode in the tavern. You actually got paid.
Nice. How much?
Oh, great, so we can pay the tab and we don't need to give you any money.
I hand the money over to Granny because I just don't trust myself, so I just give it to Granny.
Speaking of trust,
you hold our money.
That's the best solution, and then I spend it.
Do you want to roll me a performance check to see how much money you made? Because there's like a baseline that they pay you, but then you can get tips, right? So,
okay. Yeah. I see how it is. Ooh, 16?
16. Okay. I think you got about 30 gold.
Okay.
For that.
You can... I give it to Granny.
We now have 72 gold. Nice. There we go. All right, we have 72 gold. Dexter, dear.
Yes.
This Abbott Peak. Mm-hmm. You seem to react quite vividly to that name.
Yeah, he
basically raised me.
Oh dear, I'm so sorry. Did you say he died?
I believe I got told that. I mean, I guess I've kind of been in shock for the last bit of time, and I think with all the stuff that's been raised with the Earthstone, it's really kind
Before
of
Severin can finish, Granny just hugs him into a bear hug, just forces him down into
So Granny
her
turns into a
bosoms
bear and then hugs him? Right, got it.
Yes,
I'm kidding,
that
I'm
is
kidding.
what she's doing. Yes, I would like to go with that.
And so I go-
yes, I'm just, yeah. Granny Hack turns into a very squishy bear. Can I do that? Or is it too large of a creature?
You can turn yourself into a teddy bear.
What's the
It's
challenge?
like a little
rating?
mini bear.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. Because I've seen teddy bears, and I'm a teddy bear, and I hug Severin very tightly for a long time. Longer than he would like, awkwardly long. Everybody is very confused, and then I turn into Granny again.
So I guess I'm really just processing a lot right now.
In the background, Bardley just like plucks some melancholy strings.
Yeah. Sitting the
Yeah,
mood music.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Is that Dido? What is
Yeah, because
I will go down with the ship.
Where is that Hamlet? He would distract you with some
well, Hamlet's
stupid
actually
task.
off. You know that when you decided that you were probably going to be leaving Lakeside, he had to go have a conversation with a certain someone, right?
Oh yeah, his girlfriend.
His spaghetti.
Woo, spaghetti.
Yeah. So Hamlet is currently off seeing Quintella's spaghetti to say goodbye, or at least figure out what that is. Yeah.
This is why you don't have
Typical.
strings, because one day you gotta cut them loose.
But
We're out
you're
of
playing a
this
stringed
Lakeside.
instrument. Doesn't your lute have strings? No, this doesn't work at all.
I tuck my lute away, I pull out a little flute.
Oh, that's a stringless instrument right there.
Oh, love it.
Woodwind.
Indeed. Anyway,
So yeah. So you know that you received a letter from Brandleberry, which told you about Epic. You could totally bring out that letter again if
was
you
it a
wanted
letter or
me
did
to remind
Brandleberry
you
run
of
up
what
to
that
me after
consisted
the
of.
town hall meeting?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. So Abbott Peak wrote you a
Yes.
letter. Brandleberry.
And from memory, the letter wasn't
Just
like,
told
"Help,
you about
I'm in
that."
danger.
Yeah.
I'm being attacked." Like, it was fine.
No.
It was just like,
Did
I've always
you
been
look at
proud of
every
you.
other line?
And then it ends with.
Did I look at the first letter of each
The
of them?
first letter of every line. Yeah. Did you check?
No, he definitely told you that Mr. Kane has learned of his, changes around the monastery and stuff. He's not pleased that we've stopped his supply,
He's not
and is
pleased.
smuggling or whatever, and he now has to purchase the Bloodreed outright, but he'll get over it, is what Abbott Peak wrote to you. So there was definitely a reference of, like he would, but the Abbot seemed to think he had it. So it wasn't like this is, going to be horrible. It was more like, you'll get over it, this is how it
We had
is.
to have a convo, a little correro about what's happening. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It is what
Yeah, the letter was more about, he felt like he'd maybe done the
And
wrong
this fella
thing,
did
and he was trying to
even more
reach
wrong
out
thing.
again.
Well,
Yup.
time for revenge.
Let's get him.
There's no option. That's the only two choices.
All right.
Alright, so how far is this monastery you lived at, dear? And I hug him some more.
Well, I guess
Teddy
that's
bear
like,
talking?
I know. She's back to Granny. And so you just see Dex's head kind of poking out like, I was kind of wondering for a while before I met you guys. So I don't know, time just kind of kept going. I wasn't really keeping track of it. But I think it's like a bit of a distance. It's like over the thing.
It's over the
Oh, so
The thing.
thing.
Yeah, no,
It's somewhere around here.
Yeah, it's just like
Granny's packing up things for the road already. just tell me when to stop.
Yeah, so you are currently in Lakeside, which is in Skerrick, and you are from a town called Tilholm, which is close to the border of Arkvale. So Arkvale is on the very right-hand side of the continent of Isen, right? And Skirrick is kind of more towards the middle. So your town is on the edge of Skirrick, closer to Arkvale. So it's actually a few days across, like, mostly sort of grassy, not like particularly hilly or mountainous, and nowhere near mountainous. Like a few forests that you've got to cross
Guys, I just
through,
realised
but
it
mostly
might be
just
2 days,
grasslands
but it's
and
quite
roads.
flat.
Yeah.
I thought about it real hard.
Oh, good.
It's probably going to be
my
more than
joints
2
are not
days,
what they
but
used to
okay.
It might be 2 days, it might be 20 days.
Right.
I mean, there is this. The nurse thinks we're heroes. We know we're not heroes, but we want to be heroes.
Okay, aspiring heroes.
Therefore, we must go there and fix this town, because obviously this is the destiny of this group, isn't it? That's how we end up in bedtime stories eventually.
Or in a song.
I feel drawn to this Earthstone.
In
Or
a song, yeah.
just looking after a farm. And maybe growing some turnips.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I
all
love that
earthy.
that's like Dexter's end goal. He's just like, oh, looking after a farm.
Yeah,
Oh,
Dexter
great.
just doesn't want to be bothered by anyone. Which we can all relate
I mean,
to.
don't we
Yeah.
all?
I'm moving out of the bloodweed business. I'm going to go sell turnips.
Exactly. The most wholesome of the vegetables. When has a turnip ever been bad, except earlier in this campaign?
Truly.
But that was not our fault.
And we defeated.
Okay, so is that our only option, is
Did
to go
something
to the monastery to see the abbot
No,
about the
I mean,
stone, or...
technically we have agency, but it's like
Of course.
it's like
of
it's
course
something
you do.
Dexter's
Don't be
gonna do.
facetious. Is there anything else we could do here to,
Yep.
like, help the stone or something that isn't going two days away? Right this
Yeah,
second.
I mean,
I was gonna ask, what
you
things
could
have we gotta do?
probably, you could probably ask, like, Nurse Nahi if you could study these journals, or you could ask Nurse Nahi where the stone usually was kept before it travelled to the monastery with Abbot Peak. You know, like any
We
of
probably
that.
should do that.
Yeah, any of that stuff you could do here before you travel. Or you could do it when you get back. I mean, it's really up to you.
Yeah, let's do it now. We're already here. We're probably going to die on this journey, so...
I'm interested in reading a journal or two.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, let's face it, we're only level 3? 2?
1. Let's go.
I mean, that's...
One.
3.
Yeah.
Told you.
One if you annoy me. Yeah.
Oh, we slide him back.
I just enjoy the fact that we can now go into the hospital via the front door and nobody's gonna
People don't care
try
anymore.
and charge us.
In this economy.
Yeah, because we now know the head nurse.
That is true.
Alright, take me to these journals.
Let's do that.
Let's go have a look at the room.
Can I just... do I remember right that they were empty?
Yeah, some of them were, but like the really old ones were empty, but really old, and the pages have been massively turned and stuff. So, I mean, you could go and investigate that more. You didn't really spend a lot of time there, like having a look at that.
Maybe they're written in invisible ink. And we'll be like
So
Secret
you
Seven and
can-
heat it up.
Yeah, you can do that.
Let's go.
Cool.
To the hospital. It's never let us down before.
Totally. So you will...
And we didn't burn it down yet.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
it's still there.
You're probably giving Hamlet some time, right, as well? Because, you know, he's obviously not ready to go right now.
Do we walk past him on the way there?
And also, he doesn't seem like much of a reader.
I don't know if he can.
More of a... nah.
I feel like I do a lot of his
the
reading.
crystals... Yeah, the crystal store is closed when you walk past it. It's got like a closed sign on.
They're just gonna go, personal reasons? Who knows?
Yep. Crispy crystals, closed for the day.
Crispy crystals closed. Alliteration. Beautiful.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's definitely closed with a K. Of course it is.
On the sign.
Yeah.
Okay,
No.
I was gonna look. That's why I was making a face. I was like, guys, are we sure? Are we sure it's not KKC?
Yes.
It's nice to have a better association with the word.
Yeah.
Are you saying we're reclaiming the triple K?
As a Jewish person,
Brad, edit this out.
I'm removing myself.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Okay.
Brad can
the
edit it
hospital.
out later.
So you walk towards the hospital again. You're struck by the beauty of these gardens and the people walking around in them. You can walk straight to the front door. You now don't need that giant map by the front door, which outlines the layout. It still flicks with the "you are here," kind of button as you walk past it. And you walk in the front door. Yet again, the flashing board that sort of, kind of pops up sort of over you, announces your names, but no longer says like, Oza Sophie or was in recently for their leg. It's like none of that kind of stuff. What you see is VIP attention Nurse Nahi.
Ooh.
Ooh. Well, finally some recognition.
Is this what it feels like to be heroes?
I say we go straight there.
Yeah, and you see one of the nurses rush over and is like, "Oh, are you here to see Nurse Nahi? I can accompany you to her office if you would like me to."
That'd be good.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, thank you, dear.
Great.
That would be so lovely.
And she nods and she sort of scuttles off, and you see that she opens a door just behind like the reception area, which you haven't been into before. It looks very small, like a storage closet situation, not a lot to it. And
Wow.
you get ushered into this door and you see a spiral staircase which goes up, and she just kind of like trots up the staircase one level and then pops out into the nurse's, again, another little wee closet that just pops out into the nurse's floor and closes.
Okay,
That's
hack.
very confusing because usually when you get in the thing that with the button that lifts, you go upwards one floor and there's that really busy ward with the long-term stays and stuff, and then you go up another floor, or at least you push the button above that one and it goes to the nurse's floor. So this seemed like it was the floor above this.
Everything
so
is
you
not
see
what
that.
it seems.
Yeah.
Wait, in the
Yeah, so you-
hospital? What?
Enough about architecture.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, this, and this is outside of character, but I guess elevators don't have to work the same way that they work in real life if they're mostly done by magic. Maybe they're just maybe it's a little portal thing, and it...
Or maybe it goes sideways. Because I think
Yeah.
Jules has said repeatedly we don't know which direction it's pulling in. So it could do an
Yeah.
L shape. So
Or
what
it
we
just,
think is the second floor is actually still
teleports
part of
to
the
here.
first. Yeah?
It makes you think that it's moving.
Who knows, man? D&D is a strange beast.
Magic.
This hospital is quite
Everything
strange.
is not what it seems.
Aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we go straight to the office?
The
or
nurse's
do we
lounge
get-
where and she's like, "Oh, are you familiar with the door, or would you like me to handle this for you?"
No, I've got it. And Dexter closes his eyes and it's like, door!
I just cross my arms and I'm like, let's see how Bradley deals with this.
Yo,
Okay,
we
yeah,
just
I'll
don't
give it a
explain
go.
it.
Don't explain it.
Don't worry about it.
Tell me what to do. What do? I visualize a door. I
Close your eyes and imagine a door.
Close your eyes.
I'm
and
closing my
imagine
eyes and I'm imagining it's like a dark mahogany sort of wood. That's what mahogany is. Yeah, nice. With a
Yes,
golden
nice.
a golden doorknob that is it's a little lion with a little knocker in its mouth.
Cute. All right. So roll me a perception check to kind of see it, if that makes sense.
My perception's
Yeah.
not great. 13.
Yeah, so you open your eyes expecting to see this door, right? It looks a little different from how you saw it in your head, and it's fuzzier. you can almost see the wall sometimes. So it's like, okay, the door is there, but then you see wall where the window should be, and you're like, that's weird. Like, there's nothing on the, but you hold desperately onto the image and go to reach for the door, And you can pull it open, and it does reveal a room. It was just like you weren't even sure if it was going to work as you were doing it,
Success! I did it.
Yeah.
I did it. I look back. I did it.
Yeah. And
Like,
what
not
happens
nearly
with
as fun as last time.
Yeah, with the other two, unless they've been visualizing the door at the same time as you, they just see you walk through a wall and disappear.
Okay, great.
And again, the nurse is like, "Are you okay?" They seem to handle it okay.
Hey, it was my first time.
Still a bit skeptical, but I can do it, I suppose.
All right, you don't need my help, okay?
Do I have to do it again? Like, I was here just before.
Yeah, well, yeah, you still have to. It's a thing, but I can help if you need it.
I feel like I'm not used to asking for help. Okay, if I don't do it, then I'll ask you for help. How's that?
Okay.
Granny's just gonna go in and scoff. Like, nobody helps me. I don't need help. I'm not
Scoffs
that old. Okay. Sorry for bringing up another door conundrum.
What was
just-
your perception roll?
Are you visualizing an angry
Granny?
door?
Oh, last time? Wait, do I still have
Yep.
to do it?
That's what
fine.
Dexter was
It's still a
asking.
wall.
Oh my goodness. 18.
Oh yeah, you're fine. You picture it again, and it's stronger than it was last time, and you can clearly see where it is, and you just walk straight to it.
Why would you have a door you have to roll for every time? Just
No, you have to take a
inefficient.
moment to
In a
visualize
hospital.
it.
What if you need the nurse really fast because someone's coding?
Well, that would probably not be the head nurse, but sure.
Of all the
She's
places
the
to do
only
it, though.
Yeah.
Ideally.
So you, again, Dexter, you see Granny just walk through a wall, and you're staring at this blank wall.
Okay.
You close your eyes, and you picture the door.
So full of confidence, full of indignation that the nurse would even, presume that he couldn't do it. I got an 11 on my
I couldn't.
perception. Presume that he couldn't. Just visualize
and
it.
you open your eyes and you see a faint line, but it's just in a wall. There's no handle, there's no window, there's no nothing.
Can I push it? Do I go through it? Or is it just...
No.
You're...
You can't find the door handle,
Miss.
to turn it.
Miss,
Yeah.
your door's broken. It's not working.
Yeah, she goes, it's fine, everybody struggles to ask for help, but I'm literally a nurse, that's what I do. And she reaches out and she puts her hand over your eyes and she pulls.
That's how you
and
shut them.
Reverse
Yeah.
peekaboo.
Yeah, you feel like a weird tingling kind of sensation on where she places her hand, and then you open your eyes as she moves her hands away, and there's clearly a door, solid there. The most solid thing you've ever seen in your life, almost more real than the wall that is holding it.
You know what? I'm not too proud to say thank you, and I appreciate your help.
And she's like, "You're welcome. Okay, goodbye." And she ducks out.
Farewell.
We hear a pro nurse at Fate of Isen.
I go through the door.
Nice. You join the others where they're already chatting, probably to Nurse Nahi, and she's like, "Oh, you're back already? You're not going after the stone yet? Is this something I can help
That's
with?"
on our list of things to do. That and revenge. No, Dexter would just say that out loud.
but not here and not right now.
Destiny, what do you mean?
And she looks up at your signs above the door, and Dexter's Earth is now in red.
It's now Mars. Oh no.
No.
Oh dear, and I hug Dexter again.
Can
Granny
you
hugs
stop
Dexter.
doing that?
No, we...
It's really impeding me.
Not until you're better.
Turns into a bear again.
Okay.
No. We were wondering if we could look through the journals and if we could maybe see the area in which you used to keep the Earthstone, just for some investigative purposes.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And please help yourself. I was about to do rounds. You're more than welcome to stay here while you look. I can come back in a minute and I can take you to where the stone is.
Sweet.
Well, was.
Easy.
Okay. And she leaves you in the room. What are you looking kind of for in these books? We're just going to do a quick roll and I'll tell you some information if you find any. But what are you sort of hoping to find?
Something about maybe the time when it stopped working.
Okay.
Yeah. Any like major discrepancies and like events that happened to do with the stone.
I'd say Dexter takes a flick through them and is trying to look for anything he recognizes. So any names that kind of stand out, any places, any people that he might have been told about when he grew up in the monastery.
Could I do some sort of like arcana check on the older books that don't have writing in them?
Yep, so you're looking for sort of magic in the old books. You're looking for history that kind of rings a bell. And Granny was looking for, remind me again?
What, like an event
Event, yes.
When it stopped working? What could have...
Yeah, like when things kind of lined up.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Granny, roll me an investigation. Dexter, roll me a history check. And Bardley, roll me an arcana.
Ah, crap. Okay, 7.
Okay.
5.
It's a straight roll. Not to say that during Pride Month. That's a 16.
It's a gay roll.
It's a gay roll, Linda.
16.
Okay. I think Bardley's looking at these other books, and you can obviously see that these old books are worn in the way that well written on pages would be worn. You've got food splatters and all of that kind of stuff. Like the pages have clearly been riffled and there's water damage where somebody's spilt water and that kind of stuff. Like they're obviously old and used, but there's nothing here. Like everything that was on it has been erased. In terms of dates and stuff, Granny, a couple of 100 years ago, this all starts. But there is a date, not at the very first entry with the very first nurse who wrote in halfway through an empty book, and then stopped writing again. There's no dates on any of that, so it's kind of hard to tell. And she's not really talking about particular events that would make it easy to figure out or anything. So later on, you're not quite sure if this is the next series of books, but there's clearly a new handwriting. And that was only a couple of 100 years ago. So that's around 2523.
Would help if I knew exactly what date it was, but okay.
You're in the year 2700.
Ooh.
Ah, yeah. Cool. Well, that's a bust, says Granny.
Oh no.
If only they could just write from the beginning of the book to the end of the book. This makes no sense at all.
It doesn't. And Dexter, you see several kind of mentions of places that you recognize. You've heard Abbot Peak talk about other places which also called themselves monasteries based on the signs that were hanging above the door. You don't really know what that means. Again, you don't know what the word monastery means. You've just taken it to assume that it's something about, a place where people live who work the earth and, farm and stuff, So there's definitely, you've heard Abbot Peak in the past mention others like yours. And some of those places are mentioned in these, they're talking about places where people have tried something similar to what they're doing here in the hospital, but it doesn't work for whatever reason.
Wait, trying things similar to the hospital?
Yeah, so the journals kind of pick up when things aren't working as well as they apparently once did, right? So Yeah, so there's black goo, and the land has always been luscious and green and things, and now the black goo's not doing what the black goo used to do, but it's like mostly working, so it's fine. So the journals kind of pick up then, and it's mostly working for like, 100 years or so, and then it sort of starts deteriorating, and so you're seeing like, and other people are like, oh, that's weird. Yeah, actually, the little cleric or whatever down the road who also uses the similar sort of process to the hospital, yeah, that hasn't been working either, so you're seeing like that kind of
do I get an approximate
references.
location of where these other monasteries could be?
All around Isen. It's like they're writing to each other. Yeah.
There's not like I didn't think there would be a clump. Like, it's monastery land, but...
No.
Okay.
No, just scattered all around Isen. Like, not very close together either. So, like, scattered miles. In different sections of Isen, there's something that's referenced from Tyrannus and something that's referenced from East Meadow, and you've got Cyrus on there, like scattered all over Isen.
My favourite children's TV show, Tyrannus in Pyjamas. Okay, what else are we seeing?
Yes.
When you say that the pages are like worn and written in, are there like
well, there's no actual words, but like from those empty books, yeah.
Like there aren't any words, but if I were to say, put another piece of paper on top and go over with some graphite
and try and
and etch.
Yeah, I get you.
Would that work? Is there an imprint on that level?
Yeah, so you try that.
Yeah.
And you don't see anything.
Okay.
There's no imprint. There's like you hold it up to light, you try like a lemon juice thing, all of these normal things to get like, hidden language to be revealed or whatever. And it's just like, it's not just been erased or whatever, it's been gonified,
I can't tell if I just, because I rolled really badly on my magic check.
I mean, that's true. Yeah.
Would it be metagaming if I thought, almost like maybe it's been forgotten?
Not metagaming.
That thought could appear in Granny's head.
That's something your character would have encountered.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled very low, so...
Still, these weird thoughts happen.
Could it be what Wen of the Forgotten was talking about forgetting?
Oh, the cat person. I wonder what happened to them.
Yeah,
Maybe.
The elementals.
At this point, Granny comes back. Nurse Nahi comes back. And she's like, I don't think it's a good time right now to see where the stone is. The old system that we used to use for collecting the blood when we needed samples from people have got out. So if you just give us a couple of days to get them back together, we're fine. We've got it. They know us, so it's okay. We just kind of need to collect them. They don't know you, so might not be the best time to go down there right now. Maybe a couple of, She kind of...
Who is collecting blood?
Isn't the blood escaped or the people?
No, they're not people as such. They're workers of the hospital, but we don't use them anymore because it was quite terrifying to have this creature with its very long nose and its flapping wings kind of in your face drawing blood. I mean, it was quite useful. It worked quite well. Have you ever seen sturges before? and those of you who have actually been out in the wilds and things and seen these types of creatures would know them to be something between like a big ass bat and a mosquito. Like, very big.
Bloodsucker.
So, you're thinking about this creature being used to, like, collect blood, and you're like, ew. It's kind of not surprising that they've stopped using those.
I feel like this hospital needs some sort of an audit of some
who are you guys? Who are you guys responsible to? Like, who's
Is there like
who's
a
in charge?
oversight committee? Is there an independent
peer
agency?
review.
Well, look,
but
one of the
That is no way to run a healthcare
We need a
facility, I'm
district
afraid.
health board to just come in here.
They're perfectly fine. They're down there with the hand sanitizers. You know, the hands that go around cleaning the floors. Look,
Silly.
everything is fine down there.
I love it, but I hate it.
We have a great system. Thank you to our top tier Patreons, by the way, for coming up with these content ideas. If you are a top tier Patreon, you too can help me create fun things to be contained in places. So we have a system, it's perfectly fine, but that's where the stone was kept. And it's not particularly safe for people who aren't known to them right now. So, I mean, if you would go down there, it would be, the lights are all flickering and it's all very dark and kind of spooky and there's lots of things that, tap you on the shoulder. But look, it's fine. That's just, where we keep our past employees.
Oh, I think I went to that place. That was very creepy.
So, yeah, if you said you were going somewhere, so maybe when you get back, I'll have that all contained for you again, and then you can have a look.
That would be... So wait, you have the Earth Stone?
Just sounds like
So suspicious. What suspicious timing almost makes a hero want to go down and fight some creatures themselves.
Please don't.
almost wants the hero to leave the room and don't tell Nurse Nahi that they're gonna go down there just after this conversation wraps up. I say this out loud.
Nah, armed group of adventurers, don't go to this one particular place in the hospital.
Yeah, but she
We
is
will not
referring
go.
to them as past employees who they're still feeding and keeping around. So, are you going to go down there and kill her ex-employee?
Yeah,
on
that seems like a
purpose.
slightly
But
antisocial
if they
thing to do.
attack us, then that's kind of on them.
Yeah, that's stand your ground. That's
Yeah, it's self-defense.
self-defense. Must acquit.
I'm just saying, I don't want to do anything, but if I
No.
have to do something...
Look, if somebody steps to Dex,
How do you contain them? Is my question.
I mean, we have various methods of trapping, and we know what their favorite foods are. They come back home eventually. They're just...
Why do you keep undead
Especially if they're not
things
employed
in your
anymore.
basement off? Yes.
Well, they're still
let
quite
them
useful,
be.
and they like it there.
do they?
Do they?
Why are they escaping?
Why they leave then?
Why they leave?
Yeah. Why is it not safe to be?
Why-
Can you just maybe rethink?
This is what
How
we're talking
you
about with
running
this health and
place?
safety
Maybe-
practices and getting peer reviewed,
Yeah.
Look,
They should
I'd
unionize.
like to say that Lakeside Hospital is quite safe.
They're not
indeed,
even
thank
employed
you.
anymore, and you're still keeping them around.
How do you know they're not gonna break out of there and start eating people the floor up?
Yeah, how do you know this isn't going to be a
Because-
Jurassic Park?
They don't.
Yes.
They don't know how to use the lift-evator.
The what?
They could learn. They
Debate.
might learn. Jurassic
just-
Park, we didn't think the raptors could chain to the whole handles.
Okay, do they attack small rodents?
Like raptors.
Well, I assume so. We are very
okay, what do
pest-free
they
here in the
not attack?
hospital.
Would they attack a crab?
Would they attack me if I went, don't do it,
What if I asked really nicely?
What I'm saying is it would be really good to see that spot before we leave. And assuming we're on good terms right now, I would like to go in there and in a animal form that is gonna go unnoticed. Maybe that mosquito thing.
Can I ask a
perhaps.
little bit of a meta question?
Sure.
Could I charm them? Are they human? They're humanoid, right?
Not.
No.
No.
Okay.
Not.
so they're
well,
not
not
humanoid.
the Sturges.
Okay.
No.
See that? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Never mind then.
Can a druid transform into one? Or is it not?
They're flying, I think, and so I don't think you
Ah,
can.
right.
Yeah. At this point in time.
How about I put on this guy?
I put on a really long nose and I make some wings.
Yeah,
What if
Dexter
we all
slowly
dress up
takes out
as
the paint
clowns
kits.
Dr. Man.
and we go down and we go, it's a party?
Yeah, Dexter canonically has painting supplies that he used last session to sneak into the hospital.
Alright, clown up everyone, let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, see, this is what happens when I try and railroad you out of town. You just go, hey, here's a million reasons why we should stay in town.
Now we're just going to town even harder.
Now we're just gonna town even more.
Right.
Exactly.
Alright.
Okay, well, I guess
Fine, we
we'll
can
take
leave
your advice.
town.
Since you're asking us to leave,
But can I just roll insight on Nurse Nahi just to see if she's actually being a normal person or is she hiding something?
Yeah.
Because this sounds suspicious, and I think we should be suspicious of Nurse Nahi every time. Where is it? Insight. There you go. What? 20. Natural 20.
Nice.
But it's a B on this dice for some reason, which is confusing.
Oh, yeah, because it's
26
the B
altogether.
the B of the beyond.
Annoying. I want to see a 20. Anyway, 26 altogether.
Don't forget to
Not 20.
give yourself inspiration if you don't already have inspiration.
Just in general.
You may need to use that to bribe the DM in the future. She seems to actually be genuinely telling the truth. She really doesn't want you to hurt these things. She'd like to just handle it herself. It seems to be that this probably happens a fair amount of times. Like they're like naughty puppies that get out and she just kind of handles it.
get back in there.
She's wondering what she's doing wrong to the earth.
Yeah.
Running a freaking necromancer's basement. Anyway. They cure people some way.
I mean, they also had that lady down there that they were keeping that was clearly dying. So
Yeah, but we
there's
broke
stuff
her
going
out.
on down
Yeah,
there.
we didn't really broach the
Definitely
subject.
questionable practices, to say the least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she doesn't seem to be lying about this. She's just, she doesn't want adventurers going down there because she knows what'll happen with adventurers going down there, right? She just wants to handle it herself.
Violence.
That's so touching that we are actually
Hey, we've killed
adventurers.
stuff like a bush and rats.
We got
Oh,
moss,
did we kill a bush or did we talk to a
flower.
bush?
You killed a bush. It was attacking
It was at the farm.
Farmer
Oh,
Hacks.
yeah. Okay, sorry. I forgot it was only 6 hours ago, so...
But an entire Kiwi RPG week ago.
It feels like it was just yesterday.
Ah, cute.
I know it happened today, but it feels like it was yesterday.
Okay. So,
So, do we
Right,
have
okay.
any more affairs to get in order? While we
well, how are you traveling?
um
Because you know that this is going to be a fairly
donkey
sizable
and-
trip.
yep,
So-
donkey and
Donkey.
the little like cart
And the hospital
cart that we had. 100%. This is our this is our whip. This is how we get in there.
We're just pimping out this cart to actually work as a
Actually,
cart.
yeah. How is it?
Okay.
What condition
it's a
are we
bed.
looking at? Are the wheels fine? Does Dexter need to like try to like tinker with anything?
Well, they're like little wheels, right? So if you're pulling this thing for a long time, like it worked around town to take some food on, but
Yeah.
if you're trying to like
Can
travel
we
on
go
this
to
out of
a
time,
Get
wheel maker
bigger wheels.
and just like pimp it
my
out?
We have, like-
wagon.
Just get like monster
We have
truck
like 75
wheels.
gold.
Like
Let's get some monster truck.
Pimp my mid cart
72,
wagon.
but yes.
Yeah, this is gonna be like Mario Kart where you're switching the wheels between like which one has the grip. That's the one I want.
Well, the logical thing to do would be like, can we buy a cart? However, because
Yes.
it's us,
you just want to
can
buy
we pimp
wheels.
out this hospital
Yeah, why
bed?
buy a whole cart when we just need one part of a cart?
I don't know, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Maybe because I think you guys are going to be anything normal, and then you never are.
Expect the unexpected.
Well, it just seems like Hamlet's
Keep you on your
still
toes.
here, and why would we leave without our
Well, we're-
most handsome member?
You mean the donkey?
Of course.
Yes,
100%.
yes, that's what I meant.
I mean, yeah, we're taking the donkey whatever happens, and this is just something to help the donkey rather than us all piling on them.
All right. I mean, you can find a wagon or cart maker, so you can get like a full-on covered wagon situation here or just an open cart. And yes, they are also selling wheels.
Also,
Do they have any kind of like enchanted cart that has like I don't know, like feather fall enchanted into it to make it lighter for a donkey to carry.
Let's face it, you can't afford that.
Do we do the thing where we see the price tag? We're like,
but fair.
nah, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. It was the wrong color. It didn't go with my robe.
Yeah, there's definitely.
Oh, okay, sorry. Can I just apply my the way of purchasing things for lower prices that my friend taught me?
Bullying?
Okay, guys. Before we go in,
Give it to me cheaper.
what we're gonna do? I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna ask the price, come back, and then Bardley's gonna go in, and they're gonna say, "How much?" And then tell them that, oh yeah, Granny's gonna buy it for this much if it's like lower than they told me. It's a good. Does this make sense?
I don't know what's happening.
It's good cop, bad cop.
Okay, never mind then. Let's.
Oh yeah.
But like for buying a cart.
Give us the cart. We tried that, and I presume it doesn't work.
How much is the cart? So
Yeah.
let's start with that.
A very, very basic cart with like 2 wheels and sticks, and you could get maybe 2 people in it. Would be about 15 gold. If you want a fuller wagon where you can actually get all of you in it, carry a little bit of stuff still pulled by one animal, that would be more like 25. And it's still pretty basic, but it does the job, right? If you're wanting full on,
Can the donkey pull it?
yeah, that it can. You would have to rest and stuff, otherwise the donkey's taking exhaustion. But if you want anything more than that, you'd have to have a second animal to pull it.
Oh. So now we have to...
How much
I
is
was going to say, can we obtain a second... I don't know how we found the first one, I'll be honest. It just turned up.
He was... Granny rode him into town. And then lost him, and then we
Found him again.
We were rolling for. Can we see the donkey
like-
I rode into
Granny
town?
said that
It was in a lake.
threw it into a lake or something.
Yeah.
So-
It came out of the.
So we go back to the lake to see if we can find another dog.
I mean, you
Can
can.
we go back to?
No, there's not another donkey in the lake.
Okay. I was kind of joking, but if there was...
I'm just heading
If there
heading that off
was.
at the pass. No,
I'm
Can
joking.
we have one of those pig things?
I'm joking, but really though.
Williams Wagons also sells donkeys.
Just donkeys, or
much
could we
is
get
a
like a
donkey?
horse?
would be a
Donkeys
bit
or
matched
mules,
if
which
we-
Oh.
he says are completely different, but look really much the same.
Yeah, they look the same, man. I don't know how you can tell which one's which.
The mules just can't have children, I guess.
So another donkey. We would like one, preferably, and I would like to talk to the donkey briefly
Oh,
Okay.
to see what
who's the
There's about
beefiest boy?
what kind of donkey you should
There,
get.
there is like 4 of them milling about here because he keeps stock, right? He's the guy who sells. So
So I assume we have the donkey with us.
you have the donkey with you.
Okay, I would like to
Yeah.
cast Speak with
Yes.
Animals. Donkey,
Oh no.
you please let us know which of these donkeys is likely to get along with you, because if you travel, you must make sure that the person you travel with is very much in tune with yourself, which is another travel tip from Granny. Pick your travel companions well. More travel advice on my website. No, there isn't, but I used to have one. So, yes.
Okay, so you say that.
The question stands.
You say that, and this donkey looks at you. He's listening intently, and he nods at you, and he says, "That one is my cousin."
Are you sure you want to travel with family?
He snores, but good jokes.
Excellent.
Oh dear.
And then is it like Does it just go away, or do I have to wait 10 minutes?
Yeah. I mean, you can dismiss this if you want to just get rid of it now.
Just hear the donkey's life story.
All right. I'm just gonna talk to the other donkeys. And I'm like, sorry, we're gonna take your friend.
Okay.
And that's it.
Sorry,
So what
we're
is
gonna
the...
Don't despair. We're probably going to come back.
And
Jesus,
this I know.
Genuinely hurts me too.
Oh, trust me, nobody
The
enjoys
other-
this.
Actually, chat said they love donkey talk.
Oh, yeah, chat. They're a
I'm
bunch of
in pain.
contrarians.
I'm in physical pain.
You like the log pillow? You like donkey
It
talk?
actually
I
makes
don't
me throw
understand
up a little in my mouth.
Please stop.
Yeah. Okay. So
That was just his name.
yeah. So you make this transaction. You now have a donkey for HGP.
8.
And then how much is a big
life is
covered
cheap.
cart of absolute luxury rolling in style?
Yeah, so big covered card.
Yeah, but-
Okay.
Oh, not like big. Let's not get carried away.
No.
here.
Yeah.
I know what I'm worth.
following you.
It's $70
I know what I'm worth.
or gold.
Yeah, so you can get one that looks like those old, like, prairie, were the ones where they were in, like, mining time, like, gold mining rush times.
yeah.
Trail to Oregon style.
Yeah,
wagon.
yeah.
We're gonna get
Yeah,
dysentery.
like
no.
one of those.
We-
Oh my
We
god,
gotta get
how
to
much
Oxen.
is that? That sounds great.
Yeah, you can get one of those with, like, chests inside and a couple of, like, hammocks slung up on the inside and all of that sort of stuff for
fancy.
50 gold. Yeah,
We have that
50
gold.
gold.
yeah,
We have 64 left. Yeah, let's get that.
okay.
And we can paint stuff on the side
Yeah,
with
well,
the
it's
paint.
yours, right?
The
So
painting
you can-
supplies. Can Dexter absolutely pimp the
Okay,
side
I'm
out?
gonna
Pimping the ride.
removing 50 and we're getting that fancy
Can I
card.
write the sidebars along the sides?
Yeah, of course you can.
Ah,
yeah.
yes.
Yep. Look, you've got
Yeah.
a traveling, like, marketing wagon now to tell people about
Yeah,
yourselves.
let's paint some baguettes on it too.
Because we always get that
And some
bread.
pies. Pie baguette.
Nice. And somewhere there's a brock flower and a
flower.
giant spoon, right?
Yeah.
and a golden
We
lute.
have
Yep.
a crab, a big wooden spoon, a brock flower, and then a golden lute. Just
Yeah. What
around
happened
where
to
it
the
says the
apple pie?
sidebars. Okay, a crab on a pie.
A crab
There
on
are
a
many
pie.
dimensions to Granny. Such a rich character, I've only just realized.
I saw a granny fainted for some reason.
Right. Okay. Okay. So you are
What
you
I mean
are
is
two
my
donkeyed
video
up.
dropped off.
Eventually, you're going to have to tell me what the names of your donkeys are. And
What do you
then
mean it's
You have your wagon.
And the other's Priscilla.
Okay.
Donkey
Queen
of
of
the
the desert.
desert.
Yeah, Donkey of the Desert, yes.
Donkey of the desert.
Donkey of the Desert.
Okay.
Where do we add the card?
And you're ready to go. Now, you do know that this trip is going to take a while, so I think that's where we leave it today. As you set out
What
on
a
the
productive
road.
session.
We're gonna pick up
getting
Hamlet.
ready to explore. You pick up Hamlet.
Yeah.
Hamlet comes running out from wherever he's been with Quintella spaghetti.
Whatever they've been up to
we'll-
with their locked,
Yep.
not open store.
Yeah, I'll let
Oh, hey, Hamlet, how'd it go?
Hamlet just tell you what expression is on his face and how that
okay.
has been. So I'll let him play that out.
Oh, we don't
when he
get to
gets
hear your
back.
impression of Hamlet?
No, it's very bad.
That's why I want to hear it.
And you set out on the road towards home for Dexter, towards Tillhome, actually, specifically.
Tell home
And
about.
as we see our adventurers set off on their prairie wagon with the sidebars written and blazing on the sides, the sun setting over the edge of the wagon. It's a picturesque moment. And
That's
That's
the
the
end
end
of the episode.
That was so loud.
Ah.
I hope everyone enjoyed that more than donkey talk.
I hope they enjoyed it just
this is
as
like
much.
the peak performance of my life.
So, thank you so much to everyone who joined us on our adventure today. I saw that a whole lot of people in chat, so thank you for joining us live on the Twitch stream.
You're the best.
You get to see all of the craziness happen before we edit it out. So, be here to see it live on the Twitch stream. Otherwise,
be
see
square.
our episodes roll out every Wednesday. So, it's second Wednesdays on Twitch stream and every other Wednesday on podcast episode release. We'd love to give a big shout out to a whole lot of amazing people in our lives. But before that, I would also like to shout out my players again. So Jules Daniel, thank you very much for your amazingness joining us here today. Severin Gawley, thank you for bringing your craziness and your character and your love to this game. Granny, Kasha, thank you so much for bringing yourself away from your baby in your home. I really appreciate you for joining us here today. So you guys are amazing and make this podcast what it is, but the people who let us do this podcasting lark are the people who support us on Patreon and help us keep doing this amazing thing that we do. And I'd like to give a big shout out to Alex White Robinson, Irene Cucci, Laura Christine Goodwin, James Smyther, Sam Markham, Kydron Files, Kai Dealove, Rihanna Kavalsik, Ben Edwards, Victoria and Gavin Porter, Daniel Nickers, Violet, Squish the Guy Who Doesn't Talk in an Audio Only Podcast, Alexandra Lickhites, Andrew Evans, Caius the Fox, Dakota Szymanski, Fun Facts with Waffles, Aotearoa New Zealand, Jared from Indie Film Review Podcast, Ezekiel Tibarelli, The Gamatron, Christian H, Sam Sarah, Disturb1 NZ, Lyndon Hood, Tom Ailey, Erica Jane, Stephen Horn, Penny D from the Durable Adventures of the Genders and Breakfast Parchment Company Podcast, Aaron Gilgren, Norman McLean, Mojiko, and Ebba. Thank you so much, everybody, for your amazing support. Yeah, Ebba.
Oh, Ebba.
Not Ebba.
I thought we were.
Ebba's
One of our
listening.
patrons was a dancing queen, young and sweet.
Yeah. And keep an eye out for Yes And coming up in August. It's going to be the most amazing, spectacular 24-hour charity stream you've ever seen. Do go back and check out the Kiwi RPG Week YouTubes for me because they were a load of fun to record. So I would love it if more people would check them out. All right. That's it for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us once again. We really appreciate you and we couldn't do it without you. So thank you for making this just a wonderful place to be. And with that, e no hora, ka kite ano, and aroha nui. Mwah. Goodbye.
Bye.
Ka kite
Love you loads
whanau.
and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye. Stay cool, stay golden.
Pony
And we're on
boy.
credits.
Wouldn't you like to know, Wither Boy?